Good morning, North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It is Monday, August 24th of 2020 at 7 a.m.
Little humid this morning, though.
Yeah,
my window kept wanting to fog up from the inside. But I don't want to turn on the AC and do all that.
Temperature-wise, it's not too bad.
Yeah,
but,
wasn't bad at all.
We got some rain coming, looks like. We got, you got to have a chuckle on Monday morning. Guy walks into a bar in New Orleans and says, yes, sir. Says, I'd like to have a Corona and 2 hurricanes. He says, that'd be 2020, please.
Oh.
Okay.
That was pretty good. I'm good with that.
There you go. Yeah. Good morning. Welcome down on the corner. Yeah, we are brought to you by what?
Actually, that was pretty good. That was good. Somebody gave you that, but that was good.
It was a Facebook.
That was good.
Yeah.
You like that, huh?
Yeah, I did.
The Corona 2 hurricanes for 2020.
First time in history, 2 hurricanes in the Gulf at the
No,
same
it's not.
time.
1931 and
30
1959.
something, there was one, yeah.
Really?
1931, 1959. I got a whole spread.
But by the same token, there wasn't the population that's in the Gulf
Yeah.
that's there now. So it's not really.
Yeah, this is the third time in 100 years.
Third
it's
time in
happened.
100 years.
Yep,
Wow.
yep. Yeah, there's some research done, and somebody was posting that down in Houston. Whoa, wait a minute, 1931, 1959. So, yeah, they've had double barrel come in like that. So, one right now is a tropical depression, the other's a hurricane, but nevertheless.
Close enough.
Wind and rain.
If you ever lived through
Wind
one,
and rain.
if you
If
ever
you
lived through
live
one,
in that
you know.
area, that's close enough.
Yeah.
Wait till you see the map here a little bit.
Did you see what I sent you yesterday, Scooter?
What was?
I'll make sure you see it. I have to send it to Dale and to Bob too. It's the Cajun forecast.
Yes, I did see
Cajun
that.
forecast.
I did
Cajun
see
forecast.
that.
Yeah, you might want to go cut your grass.
We couldn't play that on here.
No.
Down on the Corner is brought to you by your hometown Sears store at 1029 Highway 62 East, 425-3191. They're very best in home appliances, home entertainment, lawn care equipment, and tools, and other great items. Be sure to check out all their all the stuff they got in stock and what they can do for you. In-house repair, maintenance agreements, and they've got Craftsman and Husqvarna lawn care equipment, Craftsman tools, the warranty on Craftsman tools. The ad shows Whirlpool, Kenmore, and KitchenAid appliances. I'm sure they can get other appliances by.
They have a variety.
They have a variety.
Huge, yeah.
So.
End of the summer Labor Day sale coming up. I actually have the flyer, so it is
right.
happening, and there's some pretty good prices. Pretty good things going on over there. Go check out JR and Company and let them say something.
I know when they have their specials and their sales, they really have some decent sales. You got to give them credit. It's not like you're just saving a couple bucks. They really do.
Just a quick example: a 18 cubic foot capacity Kenmore refrigerator freezer combo, normally $749, on sale during the Labor Day sale, $499.
Wow.
See what I mean?
Good price.
They really give some good prices out there.
Be sure to
And
check
Dale,
out your
screwdrivers, they got them on sale. Screwdriver set, $17.99 for a 14-piece set. Just a little over $1 a piece. It's a pretty good deal.
Not bad. Check out all the great values at your hometown Sears store with the upcoming Labor Day sale in 2 weeks. And they're at 1029 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home, 425-3191. They're on the hill up behind Wendy's, same parking lot as Orscheln's out in front of Physical Therapy Connection, your hometown Sears store, locally owned and operated. And I'd like to invite other folks from surrounding counties to come on in. If you're up in Missouri, come on down and enjoy your hometown Sears store right here in Mountain Home. Your hometown Sears store, 1029 Highway 62 East, 425-3191. Bob Zdora is still off camera over there, but he's enjoying Brewed Awakening coffee like I am. Brewed Awakening coffee with 3 locations to serve you. Of course, you've got the lobby at the hospital, and just follow the rules and regulations there. Otherwise, you got 2 drive-thrus, Bomber Boulevard, which today I'm going to say could be busy because it's 7:04 and school's open today. Keep your fingers crossed that we can get through the school year. Then you got 62 East Plaza out by Anytime Fitness, the best coffee in town. As Mike says at Brewed Awakening, we are real coffee. I was talking to him about a week or so ago, and he says, when I place an order, they grind the beans fresh, and I get them the next day. So you got the freshest roasted beans available in the Twin Lakes area with Brewed Awakening coffee. They've got the mochas, the lattes, the frappuccinos, whatever blend you want, they've got it, and even pumpkin spice in the middle of summer, if you can imagine.
I like that.
Just
are real coffee, but we got all the foo-foo.
But we got all that stuff too, just in case.
We'll mix it in with the real coffee. Here you go.
Just about the 1st of October, when things start cooling off, you'll top that hill by Balmer Boulevard, and you'll start smelling that pumpkin spice.
There
Yes,
you
sir.
go. Yeah. Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Mike and Steph do a great job at all 3 locations. Brewed Awakening Coffee, right here in Mountain Home. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes, 29 in the state of Arkansas with 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. Here in town, talk to Brad, Bruce, Charlotte, Chris, anyone out there can help you. And, you know, when something like this happens, it's, oh no, what do I do? It could be an emergency situation, a loved one passes after an illness, whatever it may be. Let Rollers handle it. When we got, you see there, right there, with all our respect, that's how they do business on a daily basis, with all our respect. Caring, loving, understanding, they know what to do, they know how to help, and they will. They will help you. Just let them do what they do so well, and everything will be fine. Roller Funeral Homes, and they bring you the morning prayer each and every day. So let's pause now for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, after a long, confusing, aggravating 5 months, schools will finally open. Lord, it's so much to ask you, but, you know, it's all about safety. Lord, I pray for every school in our area that each building will remain free of evil. You know, someone trying to injure students or faculty. Then we have transportation. Some students ride by bus, some are brought by a private vehicle. Lord, whatever the mode of transportation, we pray for safety along each and every school. Our students were handed a bunch of insecurities and not knowing what will happen in their education process. And Lord, I just pray you keep our students healthy, keep our faculties healthy, heal our people, heal our nation, and end the virus. That's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
And now,
Oh boy.
the
That
weather.
didn't hurt a bit.
Depends on who you're talking to.
Morning weather brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zdora for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Retire to Arkansas.net, and that is where we find, wow, the beautiful White River. Not a cloud in the sky. Wow.
It's a little kind of hazy down there by
Yep.
the river, which
Wow.
pulling that
little
moisture off.
foggish, little
Yeah.
fog coming off.
Looking at the White River separating Marion County from Baxter County, Cotter, Arkansas, in the center part of your screen. 62-412 bridge on the left side of the screen. The little clearing to the right side is the contractor's trust area along the river, a little fishing area there. You can see the little picnic area, baseball park, railroad museum there in the front part of the screen. Now you can go to retiretoarkansas.net, pull this up on the live webcam, and you can watch it throughout the day. There's a little camera icon where you can take still pictures off the video, share it with friends and family, and use it as a desktop or screensaver, whatever you want to do with that picture. And so, speaking of the Z Team, the award-winning Z Team, Bob will be on here in just a few minutes after all the weather and stuff to talk about this week in real estate, but they need some listings. And you see right there on Retired Arkansas, it says MLS has a number. You type in a number there, perhaps you see a listing from somebody else. The MLS is a multiple listing service for this region, and will bring up any properties, not only with somebody else, but also with Century 21 and the Z Team. The team is assembled and ready to help you today in Arkansas and Missouri. And so you can call them at 870-405-0793. The Z Team, Bob and Linda Zdora, with all of those awards. We'll talk more about that after the weather, and which means it's brought to you by the Z Team. Wow, 67 degrees. This is late August. We're at 67 degrees. Look at this. 67 in Mountain Home, 65 in Harrison, 70 in Batesville, 71 in Salem, 67 in Calico, 66 at Flippin and Marshall, 71 in West Plains, 69 in St. Louis, 69 in Poplar Bluff, 68 in Springfield, and in contrast, a little bit different here now, Watford City, North Dakota at 50. So 17
Starting
degree
out so beautiful, but wait until you see what the highs are going to be.
Yeah. All right, the national radar. Have to refresh this thing 14 times before we ever get it on the air. I wish it'd just stay put for a while, but it's a constant motion here. This is a live stream too. Various showers throughout the west, northern part of the country, northeast, but the main focus, you can already see the swirl of the low pressure systems coming in. Panhandle of Florida, down around Tallahassee, New Orleans, Montgomery, Alabama, back up into Atlanta, Charlotte, North Carolina. You can see that low pressure swirl right there. A little bit in eastern part of New Mexico. Other than that, we got some heavier showers just to the west of St. Paul, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Checking Arkansas real quick and checking those highways for you. We're clear at this point, 62-412 east and west, Highway 65 to Branson, 67, 167, Little Rock to Batesville, and then splits off going up to Searcy and then on up to Poplar Bluff on Highway 67. Interstates 30, 40, 49, 45, 555, 530 in Arkansas clear at this time. State of Missouri, I-49, I-44, 70, 29, 55, all look good. Interstate 64, East St. Louis, Illinois East in good shape. I-70 around Effingham in good shape. Carroll, Illinois on I-24 and Marion, Carbondale area on I-57, no problems there. National forecast map, we have a heat advisory in northern Iowa, southern Minnesota, southeast South Dakota, and northern and northeast Nebraska. The heat has finally pushed north, nothing for Arkansas, Missouri, but you can see all the red in the Gulf. That's your tropical storm warnings, hurricane warnings, and everything issued concerning the tropical depressions and the double barrel storms that are coming in. 7-day forecast, high today of 96.
Told you.
96, 95
You look
tomorrow,
and get, put the glasses
92.
on. They go, what is that?
Wait a minute.
Wait a
It's
minute.
67 right now. How is that possible?
96 today, 95 on Tuesday, 92 on Wednesday, 90 on Thursday, Friday high of 91. We have a 30% chance of showers starting on Wednesday. Goes from 30 to 20 to 40 to 30 to 20 all throughout the week. Depends on which way the storms come through in the Gulf of Mexico. Checking iDrive Arkansas, everything's in good shape as we speak. Nothing going on there. Missouri Department of Transportation, and they're still working on the Lick Creek Bridge, due to be finished in about a month. If you're visiting the area and you go Highway 201 north, you may want to turn around unless you've got a very good vehicle like the Dukes of Hazzard that can jump that river. If you're going to Missouri from Mountain Home, take Highway 5 going to Springfield, Highway 101 going to West Plains, and avoid Highway 201 in Arkansas that turns to Highway J in Missouri, because they're replacing the bridge on Lake Creek. What's it about, what's the line, 15 miles, 12 miles from Mountain Home on 201, and then about 4 or 5 miles north of the line, so. Bull Shoals Lake at 679.73, 20.7 feet above the full pool of 659. Norfolk Lake at 565.40, it's 13.4 feet above the full pool of 552. State Drought Monitor was updated last Thursday. Northeast Arkansas abnormally dry with a moderate drought in very extreme Mississippi County over there along the river. State of Missouri, north central Missouri, southwest Missouri, and southeast Missouri experiencing some drought conditions right now. Hopefully we'll get some rain off of the storms coming in the Gulf. Pollen count today, 10. Tomorrow, 10.1. Cough, sneeze, hack, ragweed, chinnopods, and nettle are your culprits. Wow.
Usual suspects.
What's that?
The usual suspects.
When those chinnopods and nettles start showing up, it's brutal. It gets bad quick.
Stand by.
Serious or critical of the coronavirus around the world has dropped a little bit. They're down to 61,708 critical in the world, with 6.635 million in mild condition. 99% of the world in mild condition with coronavirus. State of Arkansas, we have dropped in active cases by 30 since Friday, but in Baxter County, we're up to 36 active with 116 positive with 80 recovered. So Baxter County's actually doubled since Friday. We're looking at 508 positive tests in the 6-county area of Baxter, Marion, Searcy, Stone, Izard, and Fulton. 179 active out of the 508 positive with 328 recovered. We've dropped to a 65% recovery rate right now in the 6-county area. Your active to positive is 35%, which is 179 active to 508 positive. But your active to testing is 0.017. We've tested 10,542 people and came out with 508 positive. So even though Baxter County has basically doubled, right now your high spot is Stone County with 68, and the lowest right now would be Marion County with 10 active. And so
Where did the double come from?
I don't know, it was 18 on Friday, and now we're at 36. I kind of
Yeah.
did a double take like I did on the weather a minute ago when he said 96 degrees. But we'll pull up Baxter County right here. We got active positive 36, 116, total positive test 2,170, and recovered is 80. And so, and then down here in Stone County, total positive 153 with 68 positive down in Stone County, which Mountain
could
View,
be the
Arkansas,
jail,
here's
too.
your seat right there.
They could be to jail too. So.
Yeah, it could be that or nursing homes, you know, so. Oil prices today holding steady at 41.83. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is coming back. Closed at 27,930.33. It was up 190.60. This is as of Friday, August 21st at 5:13 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And so it's just about fully recovered from the coronavirus crash that dropped it down just in the mid 18,000. So we're almost back up 10,000 points since June and July after all the coronavirus mess. Such is life. Morning weather and all your updates are brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zdora for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Bob's getting ready to come on the set and talk about this week in real estate.
And how you could pack your bags if you list your home right now.
Pack them first.
Might want to pack them first and then
Pack
then
them
go.
off the list.
That's right.
Take a break. Be right back.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we have installed a convenient drive-through window for all your to-go and pickup orders. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and ask us about our daily specials for a low price to feed the whole family. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
Did you know when you shop at Sears Hometown Stores, you are supporting your local community? That's right. Your local Sears Hometown Store is locally owned and operated by one of your neighbors. Their store offers the best of what Sears has to offer with the top brands and appliances, tools, and lawn and garden. They also offer great financing options that work no matter what you need. Remember to stop by your local Sears Hometown Store today and support a local member of your community.
Hi, we're Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z Team at Century 21 LeMac Realty, and we'd like you to meet the rest of our team.
When you are working with the Z Team, you will find that not only are they down-to-earth people, but they are trained professionals who work with downsizers, first-time homebuyers, and clients who may want to relocate to our beautiful Ozarks. Our team has agents who specialize in lake and river properties, listing and selling raw land, acreage, and all residential homes. Listing your property with the Z Team will help get it sold with unmatched Century 21 global marketing. You can find out more at retiretoarkansas.net.
Driftwood Lanes. Fun happens here.
At MSI, they're not just another trash service. They're your friendly, family-owned and operated trash service, providing residential, commercial, and roll-off pickup. MSI offers competitive rates and services 5 counties in the north central Arkansas area. Various dumpster sizes available for commercial and accommodating you with weekly pickup for your convenience. Call Tammy or Kathy today at MSI. MSI Trash Service, small enough to know you and large enough to service you. Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Have you noticed he always counts backwards?
He does that.
He always counts backwards.
Not to confuse you. As long as he does it all the time, it's okay.
Hey,
If he started with 3, it'd be, oh my God, we're
Be lucky I'm counting. It's just like, oh wait, you're live. You're live. Bob knows how.
showtime.
Bob
Showtime.
Recktenwald knows how that is in a football game. I've done that to him.
Yeah, because there's a lot of times he'll forget to count. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of responsibilities.
Yeah, like pay attention. That's the first one.
It's Monday time for This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora. For all your real estate needs, the Z Team, 870-405-0793. Before we get started, I want to throw this little cartoon up on the screen because it's very serious, and I think Bob will agree. This is not a suggestion when
indeed.
that stop sign
That's good.
and the flashing lights come out on the school bus. It is a law. Even if you're on the main thoroughfare through Mountain Home, you're out by Pizza Hut, Kent Chevrolet, wherever, all lanes have to stop.
The only place you don't is on the bypass.
Is on the bypass. When the red and
Where the divider is.
Yes.
Because not all the bypasses got the divider.
yes.
So, but where the divider is, then
The amber lights on a school bus are just like the amber light on the stoplights. The red lights on the stop sign in the school bus are just like the stoplights. You have to stop. And so that is a state and national law for school buses, and so heed the call.
and we kind of forget that with the hills and stuff. I came over one of the hills coming in, and that's where where were you? When I came over, and school bus stopped there. Stopped. A couple of cars were stopped, and that was good, as they were supposed to. But it was,
I'm like you. I remembered about school starting, but
Yeah,
I wasn't
oh, yeah.
thinking about the buses.
yeah, we know they're going to school, but we forget about how they get there.
So you been?
Good.
Yep.
It's been Linda had a busy weekend. She's actually talking to people, getting some listings done. I was at the gun show for Saturday and Sunday. I go out there and I go out and meet people, and they go, I know that voice, or I know that I've seen you. I know, and to be able to put a face with the name and stuff
Yeah.
is a good thing to do. And explain to people that we don't own the business. That's part of it too. They think that because I guess we're pretty big hitters, in the business part of things.
Yeah.
And people know us because we advertise and we go out, and we're out at things like the gun shows and things like that. I used to call it showing the flag for the coppers. I tell my guys, get out there, just go show them the flag. I don't care if you lock anybody up or not, just let them know you're there. And that's what this is. So we go out and you talk to people and explain the things. And people are always, that's the first question, how's the real estate market? I heard it's busy. Yeah, you heard right. This is a rumor that's true, and explain to them how things have been going and how the process works. And, people are, well, we're not ready to go. That's fine. We're here. We're going to be here. We're here for the long term. We're not here to, some fly-by-night outfit. We're going to be here. We're here to help. We're here to help all the way along the process to make sure that it goes successfully for you. We've got some people that we had been working with now over a period of time, and Linda's out there Saturday taking pictures and getting everything done on that, and that'll be in today. Nice log home, 10 acres, close to town, little running water down in front
Wow,
and stuff,
nice.
so it's nice. Yeah, very nice, very nice. Log home. And trying to put some deals together, and Darlene was out helping Linda do some stuff, and they talked to some people about a contract. It was an offer on one of our listings, and trying to get the logistics of things work out. And because of the way the market has been and because of the speed, some people have unreasonable expectations about what's really out there. We've had people who think that, well, I heard about a guy who had multiple offers on his house. Well, they had multiple offers because multiple people were trying to get it. It wasn't, you've had one offer on the house over a period of, several months. That doesn't mean that you can stay at asking price or expect to get more than that, because the market for some houses is really good. Others, it's not as good. I mean, it's a price point and a location. Location has a lot to do with it. Sometimes when people are looking and they find, oh, look at this house and it's priced at this point, and look at the view that it's got, and then find out that it's down 3 miles with not too good gravel.
Yeah.
The view isn't as good if you're driving that back. It's okay if you're retired, and you're not, you go to the store once a week maybe, and you're not going to the doctor steady and stuff like that. But if you're active and you're going to your church and you're going to, like I say, the doctors and things like that, and going to the Van Mater Center for lunch 2 days a week, those types of things, being out doesn't have that attraction that people think that it does.
Hey, Ron,
Sir.
we're in a seller's market.
Yes.
There's no doubt.
Yes.
But the tendency seems to be that the homeowner decides that their home, all of a sudden, because it is a seller's market, is worth $25,000 more than
Yes.
it actually.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
And in order to get a true quick sale or a good solid sale, Need to be a little realistic on that.
Well, you do, because you have to be realistic, because people are coming in, they have mortgages. If they're going to take a mortgage out, the house has to be appraised. And the house has to appraise for what other things have sold for, at least within some range. I mean, they're giving a little more range in there because the market is fast moving right now. And there's more comps, which is a good thing for things to come up. We've had some houses that have sold for more than had been expected. We've seen that on the when I do the sheets every week. But it's not. It doesn't mean that things don't jump $25,000. You're exactly right, Bob. They don't, they've gone up, but not. You get into kind of silly money, or people that, like I say, it's a matter of unreasonable expectations, and we don't want our people to have that. We want to be. This is about where you're going to be. This is what others of this type of home have sold for. Maybe God will come and he'll give you 3 people that want to get it, and we can push the price up from there. But you need to be realistic with where you're at, because there's still houses that have been on the market for hundreds of days and haven't sold. And we're down below. We lost 14 houses last week, and we're down to 260. Where am I at here?
Is that just in this area, or is that all?
292. That's from like Mountain View to Mountain View.
Mountain View, Arkansas, to Mountain View, Missouri.
I mean, that's, if you're watching this show, well, maybe not up in Branson, but if you're watching this show within the sound of my voice, as we like to say, we're down to 292 homes.
Oh, 292?
292. So we dropped 14 from last week, and
in contrast, in 2017, we were still doing radio. In those days, you were over 1,000.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think 1,017 or 1,020
we've
comes
been,
to mind.
We've run that 800-ish number, for some time, and it worked out pretty well because people were coming, people were going.
So what happened? People just because of the virus stayed put this year?
Because of the virus, people are staying put. Because of the virus, more people have been trying to come here. So it's the double-sided thing. Less people are leaving, more people are coming. So to try to get that balance to get is tough. Just houses come up.
So people out of state, what are you hearing from people from northern Illinois, Florida?
Colorado, from all over the place. Texas, from Louisiana. Just the number, you see the license plates. You see Vermont. You see places that you would never have expected to see here. And business is still occurring. The hospital is still growing. There's a house that went up for sale in Cotter 2 weeks ago, and there's a doctor who's coming in to get started and is buying that house. So that's a $300,000-$400,000 house, $350,000, $400,000, somewhere in there it's going to be, and that's one house that one doctor. We don't have 10 doctors moving here every month. So some of these houses, you get up into that 300 range, you got to have somebody who's coming here with enough money to be able to do that. They're going to take a loss to get out of Chicago, Dallas, Denver, whatever it may be, because of the things that are going on there. So they're not realizing as much as they may have realized a year ago, 8 months ago for that matter.
Right.
And they'll take that loss to get out. So, and they know, they don't care. They just, they're happy to be someplace else. And this isn't for everybody, but it's for enough people that's where we're seeing that buying pressure. People trying to come and move in and join the fun. Just hopefully they'll all join the fun, and that's going to be the big thing, to make that adjustment from where they've been to now where they are. And they'll be good as long as they stay away from the if-onlys.
Yeah. Wow. So get some numbers.
This week in real estate, there were 55 new listings came on, 1 commercial property, 17 parcels of land, 37 homes came on the market. They came on in a range from $785,000 to $59,000. 5 of them come on as active and contingent, so they're already under contract. Average price coming on the market this week was $188,000. There were 50 sales last week. A commercial property sold, 12 parcels of land, so 37 homes sold. Those homes sold in a range from $900,000 to $22,000. Average sale price last week was $191,000, with 131 days on market. $7 million in residential real estate closed this week.
$7 million.
Yeah. So
I don't know if I've ever seen it.
Busy. 13 properties expired, 23 had price changes. There's 140 pendings. I've never seen it.
Oh.
That means that they're ready. They're on their way to closing. You know, before you put them in as active contingent, or there's a new box in there now for taking backups. But these are under contract. They're going to closing. 140,000. Excuse me. We're down to 292 homes listed on the MLS, and the reason that number may have changed from last week and that I said we're down 14, because some of these houses are listed, a house in 5 acres, a house in 10 acres, a house in 20 acres. So that's 3 listings for the same property. So when that property sells, you lose 3 MLS numbers, but it's really only 1 property.
I see, yeah.
So
$7 million.
yeah.
Can you imagine moving that kind of money through this economy?
well, I mean, you go to the closing companies and just take a number.
Yeah, it's
you
crazy.
just got to wait. And you got a lot of refis. We just refied. And a VA loan with Chris Nasari did a great job and you got to wait in line. And that's over at David Drake, and they're not as busy generally over in Marion County. I mean, David does a great job over there. He runs Marion County. And but to see the number of people to try to wait to get in there, to get it closed, was wow. Year to date, there's been 702 homes have sold for $113.2 million.
What was that, 113?
113.
Point
The average
what?
sale price this year is $161,000 with 148 days on market. Last year, in the same time period, there had been 703 homes sold. So we're catching up to last year, even with all the falterall going on here and the inability to find homes for people and stuff. We're right at last year's number of 703, but the number of 104.6 million had sold last year. The average sale price last year was 148, which was up appreciably from the year before, with 135 days on market last year. So market is moving forward. It's a matter of being able to find properties to sell people, to help them to buy, to help sellers to sell, to move on to that next phase of their life. People that are moving to other areas, people, like I say, life goes on. People, jobs change and family situations change, and seeing the babies in church and stuff makes you feel good anyway. It puts a smile on your face, but now under the circumstances we're in, it really puts a smile on your face to see that these young families, and they have the faith in God and in the country that things are going to go forward and things are going to be okay.
Sure.
And life goes on, and we thank God for that.
You betcha. Phone number, location.
Phone numbers, give my honey a call. She's at 870-405-0793. Check out the website, retiretoarkansas.net. All the MLS is on there. We can help you with any property. Don't think that just because it's not a Century 21 property, we can't help you. We're certified buyer's agents through Realtor. And but give her a call. She's there to help out, and this is what we do. We do this all day, every day. Myself, Linda, Sam, Darlene, TJ, and obviously
and
Reese
Arkansas.
Tubbs. And Missouri and Arkansas. Darlene was up and listed a house, nice little 2 houses actually on the same property up in Missouri over the weekend. So a nice little place close to the lake. So there's some good opportunities up there to buy.
Really?
If you can
In
be a little
Missouri?
bit farther out, depending upon what it is your circumstances are for employment and things. So there's some good opportunities up there.
Really?
Yeah.
It's some pretty country up there.
It is.
Get
it
up
is.
around Zanonian area, you get up there in that 181 going out towards, man, it's
I don't
pretty-
know. I'm not licensed up there. I go up there to do whatever it is I do. She goes up there to do all that.
It is
I
nice
got-
up there, let me tell you. Yeah.
Like I said, pack your bags, call the Z team, be ready.
You bet.
Yes, sir.
Phone number once again, Bob?
870-405-0793. And like I said, the website's great because it's got everything is on there. retiretoarkansas.net.
All right. Time for a break. We will be right back.
Bob, you got to.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire Barbershop today, a unique gentleman's barbershop. Get back in style with 2 experienced licensed barbers who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and are happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 1041 Highland Circle, Suite 55 in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today. When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
We're back Monday morning business spotlight. Actually, I just asked Bob to hang over till the next break, and what I wanted to talk to you about, Bob, was the realization that the real estate business in Mountain Home, Baxter County, the surrounding area, Twin Lakes area, as you say, the sound of the voice, or if you can see us on TV, is the nucleus of everything that goes on around here.
Well, it really is.
Short of the hospital, and it has impact on the hospital. You know, a home selling in our area, no matter what the price is, draws other businesses into being busy.
Yes, it does.
A painter, a carpet layer, a tile man, a remodeler, an electrician, no matter how big or small the job is, those guys thrive on how much real estate is sold in our area.
The economic impact of real estate, the sale of real estate, is the engine for everything. I mean, that's the crash in 08 was because of the real estate industry collapsing.
Mm-hmm.
Once people weren't buying houses, everything else slows down around.
It just slows way down.
Right. Because everybody who moves into a house buys other things. It's all the other things, like you say, the carpet guys, the cabinets, guys who do the grass, everything that gets done.
Mm-hmm.
People come in and they'll fix a house up. Homes that there's a realtor number that I saw for every home, every home that's sold, 2 jobs are created. So, and you look at like I say, the real estate market's busy. Drive up and down 62 and see how many new businesses are coming in,
mm-hmm.
and how much more traffic there is, how much more tax revenue. Both, I know, Marion and Baxter County were really worried about when COVID started, what are we going to do for tax money? And they started to project everything way down.
Right.
But the real estate kept going.
Right, and the
tax numbers are,
they either stayed
are way higher than they thought they were going to be. Exactly. And that's a direct result and it shows the impact that real estate has on the local economy. Plus all the things that realtors do, charity-wise and things like that, the food basket and baseball teams and sponsor different things. All of that comes to doing because we're all part of the community. But the real estate dollar that gets spent here stays here.
Yeah.
You know, you may pay your mortgage someplace else, but that local bank, that local finance company that you deal with here, and obviously I'm always like local banks, deal with the local guys, like local girls, to get your money because you want somebody you can sit across the table from. You want somebody you can talk to, and they know they can pick your file up, not say, well, I don't have that here on my screen. No, they've got the jacket right there in their hand, and they can look and say, oh, yeah, well, we talked to this company here, and we're waiting for the appraisal to come, whatever it may be. But they're not just blowing you off, and you're not on hold on some phone tree waiting to get things done. It's very, very important.
You know, we were talking about the Sears special, the
Yeah.
sale they're going to have
Yeah.
on Labor Day, and the fact of, do they actually have these appliances? Do they have that stuff in stock? Some of it I'm sure they will. Some of it
sure.
they're not going to. Some of it is COVID related. Some of it is just because they're selling
Well,
it
supply
out.
and demand? Sure is.
You
It
know,
sure is.
you talked about going to big box store. Same thing. We've been looking and waiting for a new freezer since March,
Yeah.
before COVID.
Yeah.
Because things are, people moving in, they don't want to bring the big bulky appliances from wherever they're coming
Oh, yeah.
from.
Right.
Well, we'll just buy new appliances. What a way to start fresh. We're going to have new washer, dryer, refrigerator, stove, all that stuff. We're going to start with new ones. Therefore, guess what? If you're selling closing $7 million worth of real estate in a week's time, that's a lot of washers and dryers.
Well, yes, it is. I mean, you're closing. We've been running 30 odd houses a week that are closing. That's if you go back and you add all that up, it's like wow.
Yeah. Now
You know,
compound that with the COVID and the shipping and the boats that are stuck
Yes,
out
indeed.
in the middle of wherever, not
Yeah.
being able to come into dock.
Some of that stuff will be obsolete by the time it makes it to
Absolutely.
shore.
The new models,
Will be
we're
coming
joking
out.
about it, but think about it.
You're dead serious.
Yeah, we're going to have a sale on 2020 appliances that are brand new because they never made it in 2020.
That's right. That's
you
right.
know, it makes it kind of scary, but the drive of the economy is so dependent on growth and movement of different things, such as real estate.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You go down and take a look at. Granted, here in Mountain Home, we have several commercial buildings that are empty.
Yeah. That's just the nature, I think, of local business anyway.
But that happens. You know, you get
Sure.
a corporate entity that comes into small town America, and they decide that they're going to try to make it here. And for some reason, something happens away,
right.
and they have an issue, and they have to file reorganization or a bankruptcy. And now the brand new building they just built is going to sit empty for a while.
And our store was actually successful. They were
Sure.
making money in our store, but the corporate entity
can't justify keeping
can't
a store open
exactly
because of good success here, but we've got terrible issues elsewhere.
Right.
And that is if you go to any big corporate store that you see empty here or one that is closing, the issue generally isn't because there's no business in Mountain
Oh, no.
Home.
No.
It's because they've had issues elsewhere.
Right. That's very true. Very true. And you see that throughout. Stages was doing just fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, and I'm sure the Freds was doing just fine, but it was just like because they would never have built that.
No.
And to move from over here,
6 weeks.
It worked out great for the food bank.
Yeah, right.
But as far as their corporate numbers, you know, they just didn't know. They got blindsided by it here, and somebody wasn't paying attention wherever their corporate headquarters is as well.
Yeah. You know, and like you say, the stage issue, you know, they were going to bring in a Gordman's or whatever their other brand is.
Yeah.
Change things up a little bit, bring in one of their other brands, and that was all gung-ho and ready to go, and all of a sudden the plug's been pulled. That's because the whole corporation has pulled the plug.
Right.
You know, when you go to Branson or Springfield or West Plains and they say, "Can I have your zip code, please?" Go ahead and give it to them.
Oh yeah.
You know,
yeah.
well, you don't need that. Well, and it used to be my thought. Well, you don't really need to know my zip code. Well, yeah, it really helps in their marketing because if there's enough 72653 or 54 or any of the area
Yeah.
registered in that store, that will help them think about coming this direction.
That's right.
And I may have said this before, and if I have, I apologize. I used to have a cousin, I still have the cousin, but she's no longer with the organization, that was with Target.
Okay.
And I was on the city council at the time, and I said, you should really look at coming to Mountain Home. She said, I know as much about Mountain Home as you do. I said, yeah, right. She said, well, she started rattling off a bunch of stuff, and I said, okay, why do you know this? We've been thinking about coming there for a number. She was the vice president of real estate acquisition.
Okay.
She said, we've been thinking about coming there for a number of years. I said, well, why haven't you? You can't fight the gorilla in his own cage. I said, okay, explain. Walmart has distribution at Searcy. You're so close to Bentonville.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. I said, well, what made you think about that? Gathering the zip codes at our store in Branson and our store in Springfield showed us that there's a large number of people that drive that distance to shop at our store. Therefore, we started looking. So, if you get asked for a zip code, go ahead and give it to them. If you want some change,
Yes, indeed.
You want some new stuff here, you're going to have to
That's how
supply
you get
some
it.
information.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because and when people do shop here, and when you look at the demographics here, and they go, well, there's only 12,000 people there, because we contacted Boston Market.
Yes.
Just Linda cold called them and tried to explain. And that's what they said. There's only 12,000 people. I said, yeah, but on a Saturday in June, July, August, September, there's maybe 60,000 here because the baseball tournament's going on and people fishing and vacationing and everything else. All the people that come from all the other counties, not just cities, but the other counties that come here to use the hospital and stuff. And we forget what a magnet that is and what the draw is in employment as well. You see the Missouri plates coming back and forth, driving back and forth. There's a lot of people that are in this town that are buying things, that are shopping, and that's why the businesses here in general, especially the smaller businesses, are so successful.
There's a big difference between the population sign and the number on that
Yes,
and
sir.
daily population of Mountain Home.
Yeah, there's a shopping
tremendous-
population
yes.
and there is a
Sure.
living population.
That's right. That's right.
You've got to take into consideration all of Baxter County.
And speaking of that, make sure you get registered in the census. Send the cards in, get online, do whatever it is you got to do. Get yourself involved in the census. Make sure you are counted.
And if you're
I
not
cannot say
registered
how
to vote,
important
get
that is.
that way.
And get registered to vote. That's right. That's the other thing, too.
7:47, we probably should take a break. Bob, I appreciate you hanging out
Oh,
for an extra 10
anytime.
minutes or so. And we'll be back in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Benny with Ammo Dump.
At Ammo Dump, they carry new and used firearms, large supply of shotguns, rifles, and handguns. Ammo Dump will buy, sell, or trade in your item and can special order whatever you like. They also have knives, scopes, ammo of any caliber, and provide gun cleaning and restoration. Call them today for the best competitive pricing around.
If I don't have it or can't get it because they don't make it, come and see us.
That's Ammo Dump, located next to Woodman's Package in Norfolk.
It takes the right gear to survive out here. Oh, there she is, Ferris. It's the best gear around. Strong as an ox. Safe as houses. Out back, there's one powerful beast. Awesome. Four-wheel suspension. Handles whatever Mother Nature throws at you. Designed to take the hard out of hard work and deliver all the power you could need. So if you want to tackle the great outdoors, get yourself a Ferris.
Get the only mower with suspension technology at Mower Warehouse in Mountain Home, where they accept mower trade-ins, have flexible financing options, and services all brands and models. That's Mower Warehouse, located on Buzzard Roost in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, We hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you, your not-for-profit option since 1979.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we have installed a convenient drive-through window for all your to-go and pick-up orders. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and ask us about our daily specials for a low price to feed the whole family. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
I'm going to talk a little bit about some sports issues and things that's coming up. Scooter, I wanted to explain, I'm the president of the OFA Football Association, the Ozark Football Association, and we have decided
For those that don't know, that's a youth football.
Right, youth football from third
yes.
grade through sixth grade. And we as an organization, we had a meeting last Tuesday. We had 7 of our 9 directors at this meeting, and we voted to not have a season for 2020. And we haven't had a lot of negative thoughts or comments about that, but I wanted to clarify some things because the question out there is, well, how can there be another group of kids playing, and how do the schools get to play and you guys choose not to? It's not simple. It was probably, I've been doing youth football since 1995 here in Mountain Home. So that's 25 years worth of football with these kids, and I love the sport. I love dealing with the kids. But it being a tough decision, not knowing where this COVID thing is headed, not knowing what the outcome is, but knowing there is no protection for, say, the board or the coaches of if a child does have an outbreak or if there is an outbreak on your team. The Ozark Football Association has several teams from out of town, a Berryville, a Green Forest, a Mountain View, a Gainesville, that come into play. Plus the 3 teams in the 3rd and 4th grade and the 3 teams in the 5th and 6th grade, you're looking at a total number of 180 to 200 student athletes. The restrictions, the rules, and the guidelines that are set forth by the governor's office for you to be able to run an organization like that, every child has to be questionnared before every practice. And that questionnaire has 6 or 7 questions on it, and they have to be documented. You have to temperature every child before every practice. If for some reason you missed little Johnny at practice and he happens to be sick, and he takes that sickness home to Mom, who then takes it home to Grandma, and if something very negative was to happen to Grandma and she caught it and passed, I couldn't live with that. and neither could the other 7 of the 9 board members that were at this meeting. So how can the other teams deal with all that? Well, not only do you have to take those temperatures and those questionnaires, but you have to keep record of them. And that way you also have to help with contact tracing or trace contacting, or however they say that. With the organization the size that it is, you have to have enough volunteers to help do that. We felt that we did not have enough people to do that. We still have a lot of parents that will be time constraints, and I understand it. People have to work. Mom will drop them off, Dad will pick them up, or vice versa. But if they get there and they don't go through all the testing, we're at fault. So we chose to vote off a season this year. The other league in town, more power to them. They have the volunteers that can help them get it done. We wish them the best in the season.
Well, they don't have as many kids to deal with, and
they
that's
don't
a big
have
factor.
to deal with the kids.
That's a big factor.
Right.
When you got a smaller group, it's a little easier to control that.
You know, you can gather up 5 or 6, and you don't have them all over the place.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have them in Berryville and Green Forest and Mountain View and Marshall that wants to play this year, or in Gainesville. So you can make sure that all those records come to a central place. We don't have that. We don't have that set up. There is a group that have decided to come together. They're going to have a team for 3rd and 4th and a 5th and 6th. They're going to limit their teams to 20 players on each side. So there'll be 40 players that get to play. And why is that going to happen? Again, it's because they have enough parent volunteers to help them get through the questionnaire. They have a gentleman that has said, hey, I'll make sure the questions are done. I'll make sure the temperatures are taken, and we'll keep record of those in case the state needs them. So we wish the best of luck to any youth player that is able to play this year. I know that Top Flight Basketball has suspended their season. They may be talking about, depending on what the numbers do after school starts, they may talk about coming back. But we're too into the football season now to even bring our season back. But we are endorsing, and we are excited about this smaller group with the players coming in. It is not a replacement of the OFA, but it is a temporary fix for what we hope to be a temporary problem.
That makes sense. I mean, like I said, you're dealing with a lot of kids, multiple areas. I know that you've had meeting with some of the coaching staff, and not all the coaches are comfortable with that responsibility either. So that goes down the line to where, you know, you're talking about the volunteers. And if they're not all comfortable with this, saying, yes, I will make sure this is done, I'll be responsible for this, it's kind of hard to pull off. It really is without. And
if they start out saying, oh, yeah, I'm all for it, but then 2 games into it, oh, that's too much work. Guess what? You're kind of hung by the tongue at that moment. Because you really, if you set out and you do that, you've got to stick with it. So that's kind of where we are. I just wanted to make sure that folks understood that it's not that we've decided we all of a sudden don't like football anymore. We just don't like the COVID thing and the responsibilities that come with it.
And the risk.
You know, and since there is no blanket of coverage or any protection for the board or the coaches, granted, we want to do what's best for the children. You know, the motto of the OFA has always been where it's all about the kids. And for once, I agree with that motto. At this point, this COVID thing, the kids don't really get it, but they can be carriers. Yeah. And if they can carry it home to mom and dad and to someone else that might be compromised, I don't want that to happen. So that's kind of where that sits. We got about a minute. Do we want to talk about anything else?
All right, Bombers won their first game.
Bombers played the scrimmage game against Hardy Highland. The Bomber team looked pretty salty. For the first time in 25 years I've been in that press box for the Bombers, they have passed successfully more than I've ever seen.
I got to give Anthony Mojica a lot of credit. He received a lot of passes that night.
Anthony Mojica received a bunch of passes. I believe the little quarterback, Bryce McKay, was 66% on completions. And I definitely have to throw out Dylan Drury with a bobble pass that you didn't know if he was going to get it. And for 5 yards, you had no idea if that was going to be a completion or an incomplete.
He stuck with it and brought it in.
He stuck with it, brought in a big first down, and Dylan Drury was the play of the game for me. It was an unbelievable catch on his part.
That was amazing. That was amazing. Congratulations, Bombers.
Real quick, the Lady Bomber volleyball team is playing a game tonight, 8:24, against Harrison. 7th grade, 9th grade, JV, and varsity start at 4 o'clock at home in the hangar. So with that, we'll let you go. Have a good week.